fellow diamond painting addicts, and welcome back to Diamond Painting Anonymous. Today is day 5 of my Advent project, so I'm just going to jump in. It is once again upside down because I am working at the top. This is section number 5, so I'm going to peel this off and let me zoom you guys in so you can see what I'm working on. And hopefully that's enough of a zoom that you guys can see. Okay, so let me start my timer because I always forget to do that. Before we get started, guys, if you wouldn't mind, go smash that like button and also smash that subscribe button. That helps my videos get shown to more like-minded diamond painting people, and that helps me out a whole lot, so I appreciate that. I'm just going to jump in. Today is going to be kind of a combined Advent / whip and chat for me today, so I'm gonna go a little bit slower, maybe, than usual, than I have been on these Advents, just because I feel like I can take a little bit more time since this will be the only video for today. Because it is just getting hectic, you know, as we get closer and closer to the holidays. Things just, people get busier and busier, right? Which is fine. Just means that I don't have as much time as I wished I had to get everything done in the day. So today I'm going to try and just relax a little bit, take my time with this, and see what happens. So I am proud of myself. I successfully resisted getting sucked into Diamond Art Club's new releases. I said before, I'm not really a big Harry Potter fan. I mean, I like Harry Potter. I'm just not a big fan. That being said, I do have a couple of people in my family who are kind of like super fans. So I wasn't going to order anything. And then the 4th kit that they released came out that I just thought was super cute and made me go, well, maybe. And then after I thought about it, I was like, you know what? I don't need it. I can't justify it as a Christmas gift because I've already purchased all of my Christmas gifts. So I don't need it for that reason. I wouldn't have time to finish it before Christmas anyway. And yeah, I could use it as a gift at some other time, but do I really need another kit sitting around in my craft room? I already don't have enough room for the ones that I've got. I was debating whether or not to do another stash video because it has grown since the last time I did one. I just thought, well, I don't need it. So I deleted the emails. I did not buy anything. And I'm actually really happy about that because, like I said, I don't need them. And I know that if I got caught up in all of the hype, I would just get irritated if I didn't manage to get the one that I wanted. Because I think the one that I liked is probably one of the ones that will sell out first. So, and I've said before, I don't like that whole kind of, I mean, it's essentially Black Friday every week with everybody fighting over the limited supply. And while from a business standpoint, I get what they're doing and I'm sure it makes them lots of money, as a consumer, I don't like it. I would rather just, you know, take my chances that maybe I'm not going to get the kit that I want and see if either it comes back into stock or if I can get it from someplace else. And I mean like a secondary market or whatever. And just leave it at that. You know, if I don't get it, then I don't get it. It's not the end of the world. It's a diamond painting kit. So, yeah. Now, if you like Harry Potter and you were involved in all of it yesterday, I hope you managed to get whatever it was that you wanted. But yeah, I think for me and just my mental health, it's better for me to not buy the new releases like that. Usually what I do is I'll wait until the new releases are over, and then I will go and see if there's anything still in stock, because sometimes there is, and then I'll buy it then. Or I will just tell them to notify me when it does come back in stock. And, sometimes I have to wait for a while. I saw someone earlier this year working on Mrs. Havisham from Diamond Art Club. And as an English teacher, that one was just like, oh, gotta have that one. It was kind of like Lenore with Jasmine Beckett Griffith, even though I'm not a huge fan of her artwork, the subject matter with the Raven and Edgar Allan Poe, I just couldn't pass that up. Man, if they ever did anything Shakespeare themed, I'd probably be all over that too. But anyway, I just wait until they come back in stock, and that's what I did with Mrs. Havisham. I just, went in there, put it on my wish list, told them to notify me when it came back in stock, and a couple months later, it did, and I got it. That's how I got one of the Chuck Pinsons that I really wanted. There have been several. And sometimes it's kind of funny because I will, put it in my wish list and tell them to notify me. And then when they notify me, I'll go look at it and it's like, do I really want this one? Maybe I don't. Like, I really like the Nefertiti one by Mandy Manzano. Ooh, I am not getting all of these out of here, am I? Got stuff hanging around in my tray that shouldn't be. Really like the Nefertiti by Mandy Manzano, but when I went to go buy it, I was like, oh, one of the reasons I don't really buy Mandy Manzano's stuff is because it's so much black. And same with Hannah Lynn. I have done a Hannah Lynn, but 11 bags of black later, I was like, I don't know how soon I want to sign myself up for that again. So, yeah, I think for me, putting it on my wish list instead of doing the new releases is kind of it makes me think twice about my purchases instead of getting all caught up in that I've got to buy it now, got to buy it now, got to buy it now mindset. Because sometimes I decide, you know what, I really don't even want that. It was just one of those, it came out and I was like, oh, that's cute. And then you get caught up in all the hype and yeah, I think I just want to make better decisions for myself about my diamond painting and with my money than getting caught up in all the hype. So that's what I tried to do anyway. So nothing wrong with getting caught up in the hype. And I know, there's a definite fear of missing out because some of these, kits, it may be just that one shot at it and you won't see it again. And I know that's the risk I take and I'm willing to do that. If it was something I really super duper wanted, then I probably wouldn't. But in all honesty, while there are lots of kits that I like, there aren't very many kits that I'm like, oh my gosh, I absolutely have to have that one. Because, while I get diamond paintings that I enjoy, my enjoyment of it is the process, of putting the picture together. I mean, yes, I enjoy the end product, but my enjoyment of Diana, say, and working on that big, huge project was one, the process of actually doing it, and then knowing that I completed a project that big. But it wasn't just all about the picture itself. or the ownership of that picture. So I think sometimes that's a huge part of it for people, is that it's not necessarily the kit itself, it's that I have this kit and maybe other people don't. And so that's a feel good they want to chase. So, and you know, more power to them. If you've got the money to spend and you want to buy whatever you want, you know, I probably could buy more kits than I do if I was willing to unbox them as soon as I got them. And then, you know, at the end of it, be like, do I really want to do this one? And if not, then sell them to somebody else who might want them. But I think that would lead me to, one, spend more money than I already do, because then that's an excuse for me to buy kits that I don't even necessarily want. It would be another, well, it's content for the channel justification. And, you know, if I had millions of subscribers and I could write it off as a business expense kind of thing, then, you know, that might be something. But, and I know lots of YouTubers buy them, open them, unbox them, and then sell them. I just saw somebody on Instagram not too long ago that was selling a bunch of them that were, you know, open kits, but everything's still there, that basically they had unboxed on their channel and then, you know, didn't intend to do the kits. So they wanted to sell them to get their money back so that they could buy more kits, which, you know, if that's what they want to do, more power to them. I just, again, a lot of my enjoyment is the actual working on the kits. So that's what I want to do. So, I mean, hopefully you enjoy working on the kits. I can't imagine just unboxing all of this stuff. Of course, a lot of YouTubers also do more than just diamond painting. I know a lot of YouTubers start out with diamond painting and then branch out into, you know, cross stitch and some other things that are kind of, you know, diamond painting adjacent. And I've had some companies reach out to me for that very thing, but I actually used to do counted cross stitch long before I even knew what diamond painting was. And I mean, I had boxes of all the floss, and we had pretty much every floss color there was. You know, we had wound them onto the little cards and put them in the storage boxes. My mom did needlepoint for a long time too. My sister does needlepoint. And so we had all of that stuff, and I have just slowly gotten rid of it because my eyesight just isn't, well, it's not even my eyesight as much as it is my hands. When I was younger, worked for a answering service, and we used to be long enough ago that we didn't have computers, so we wrote all of our messages by hand, and we answered telephones for physicians, and so it got pretty hectic on, say, Friday evenings as everyone was going off work and doctors were putting people on call for them for the weekends and stuff. And out of all of that, I developed carpal tunnel. And so my hand gets really sore. My hand and my wrist get really sore if I do too much kind of fine work with that needle. And so I eventually just gave it up because, you know, an hour session and I would be in pain for 2 or 3 days. And, you know, because I'm right-handed, that kind of took me out of commission for, you know, everything, because I couldn't write. You know, it's kind of hard to tie your shoes with one hand. And so it just wasn't worth it at that point anymore to kind of continue to do it. And I had other crafts that I did as well. You know, I really liked latch hook. I liked embroidery. I did crewel, you know, so lots of things that I just kind of gave up. I still crochet every once in a great while. I will get a wild hair and decide that I want to make an Afghan or something, and I will get out the crochet hooks. My mom crocheted a lot because arthritis runs in our family, and to keep her hands kind of limber, the doctor recommended that she, you know, take up some kind of hobby where she would be using her hands. I still do some miniature painting, but I get hand trimmers sometimes, and so painting some of that really fine detail sometimes gets a little frustrating for me. So I haven't really painted a whole lot of minis lately since I've been diamond painting. That kind of takes up most of my crafting time. But we have not been playing, you know, when I was painting my minis, I was painting them so that we could play with them when we were still playing in person. And then everything happened, and now we've kind of gotten so used to playing online that that's kind of what we do anymore. So I don't really need the miniatures for that. So, but I have some I would like to get painted. I have like 3 boxes of some sets that I would like to get painted, because once those are all painted, then I don't own any unpainted minis, which would be a nice thing to be able to say. So, but like I said, most of my crafting time these days is taken up with diamond painting. So I'm so looking forward to some of these companies who are putting out teasers of the new things that they're going to have to actually get these new things. I have been waiting for Craftably to have some new stuff for a while. You know, it's one of those, please take my money. You would have something I wanted to spend it on. So, I mean, I go and actively look for things, but again, it's one of those things where I don't want to just buy it to buy it. I want it to be something I really want to do. So we'll see. I'm hoping some of them happen sooner rather than later, and because several of them have announced new things, hopefully I will have kind of some choices of different things to purchase in the coming year. So while I continue to work on my stash and figure out what I want to do. I want to spend some of my time over my holiday putting together some stuff for next year. I'm already working on my kind of filming schedule for next year, and, you know, what kind of projects I have in mind. And I think I've got my list of projects kind of done. I'm sure something will come up, but I at least have a tentative plan. And now I need to kind of sit down with my calendar and figure out, okay, what do I want to do when, and figure that part of it out. So some of the things that I want to do, you know, are just basically dependent on me and my time schedule. Some of them I would like to get some other people involved, so I need time to plan for that, you know, because obviously the more people you involve, the longer things tend to take, just because everybody's not on the same schedule, and, you know, there are kinks to work out and that sort of thing. So I'm hoping to do some things like that. And yeah, I think it'll be fun. So we'll see what happens. And of course, stuff always comes up that I'm like, oh, that's a really good idea. I should incorporate that. Because I thought I had kind of everything set for next year. as far as big projects go. And then I saw something today that sparked an idea, and I was like, oh, I want to do this. But now I kind of have to plan for it, and now I've got to kind of rethink some of the other things that I was going to do, because while this thing won't throw a wrench in anything, it's just something that I need to spend some time on. And so, yeah, it's not just, I don't ever want my channel to just be, you know, unboxing, and nobody ever gets a chance to see anything done, or, you know, kind of have a chance to sit and talk. Because that's some of the fun of it for me, you know. So I was actually debating whether to open up. When I started all of this, I set up a Facebook page and a Facebook group, and I just don't spend a lot of time on Facebook. I guess I need to kind of rethink that, because I'm thinking maybe I want to start posting the group again. So links to the group so that people can join, because I would love to have a little bit more interaction than I get on Instagram. I mean, Instagram just isn't, yeah, it's a lot of pretty pictures, which I like, but it's kind of hard to, I don't know, I just feel like maybe Facebook would be a little bit better. Not that I like Facebook, but so many people are on it, it just becomes kind of the default. That's what I would want. I want someone to make something that's like Facebook, but with less evil. That's what I want. My children tell me I shouldn't worry about it, that Facebook is defunct. Only old people are on Facebook, Mom. And then I laugh and point out that I'm old people. And they're like, yeah, true. So, I mean, my daughter's all about the TikTok, and my son doesn't really do social media at all, which I'm fine with. But they're not on Twitter, they're not on Facebook, they're not on Snapchat. So I had somebody, I think they sent me an email asking me if they could put me on their WhatsApp. And I was like, I don't have a WhatsApp. And even if I did, no thank you. So it was like a diamond painting company or something. So, which, you know, I mean, I get as a business, they're trying to be everywhere. Everywhere is a possible sale, right? I just think, you know, and maybe this is just me, I only have the mental bandwidth for so much social media. I like Instagram because I can look at pretty pictures and I can see the canvases and everything that people are working on. But I don't have WhatsApp or Snapchat or any of that stuff. I mean, I like Instagram, but I don't really know all the ins and outs of using it. You know, when I was younger, I used to spend a lot of time on it. And so, you know, you just get better about kind of learning shortcuts and things. And every platform has kind of its own quirks and way that they do things. And so, I just haven't spent as much time on social media as I probably should, but I mean, YouTube is its own kind of social media, so, but it's a little bit different too. I mean, it's not, you know, people post comments and things like that, but there's not, whoops, had one of them jump out. It's just not the same, I guess, so we'll see. I'm undecided. Still thinking about it. So these aren't really black. What color is this? Number 24. Oh, it's 939. So Not quite black, but almost. But these drills actually aren't too bad. There's not been a whole lot of trash considering. So, do I have any? I don't have any black in this kit. No 310. It's kind of funny. I don't, on a lot of these smaller canvases, I don't purposely avoid 310 because, you know, I figured they're small enough. It wouldn't be a huge deal if there was some. But funny how I end up with ones that don't have any. Okay. There we go. That's the end of this section. Okay, guys. How long did that one take me? Oh, about the same amount of time as usual. So I guess I must have done pretty good with the sizing of the sections, which is good. So let me zoom out and kind of turn this around so you guys can see. Let me just turn this around here so you can see those two sections together. And then let me zoom out and see if I can fit all of this on the screen. Can I fit it all on there? Not quite. Let me zoom out just a little bit more. There we go. I think you can see all of it now. So that is the end of section number 5 up there. Tomorrow we'll be heading to section number 6, which is up here. So it will connect to this one. So that will be fun. And we'll see. So yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's Advent / whip and chat. And I'm excited for how this is looking so far. I'm actually really pleased with how this is turning out so far, so I'm excited. I hope that you're enjoying this series as much as I am. If you are on your way out, don't forget to do all the things. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and hit that bell notification icon so that you don't miss any future uploads. And as always, guys, thanks so much for watching.